Grade 8 Learning Materials for Quarter 2. East Asian Arts China, Japan and Korea. This quarter will introduce you to the arts and crafts of China, Japan, and Korea, such as painting, calligraphy, pottery, paper kites, knot tying, wood block printing, ukiyo, and paper cutting. You will learn that these countries focus on nature as their subjects or themes in their arts and crafts. Before we start our lesson, let's travel to East Asia. Activity 1. As you move around the countries written below, group each picture according to the country they belong to by writing its number under the correct heading. You are really smart. I am sure you will enjoy your tour of China, Japan and Korea as you move on to another pre-assessment activity. Good luck! Activity 2, Match and Fill. Written below are descriptions of the arts of China, Korea, and Japan. A word pool is given on the next page which contains the arts and crafts that match the descriptions. Write your answers in the boxes before each number. Get ready to visit and learn about the characteristics of the arts of China, Japan, and Korea. Lesson 1, Painting in China, Japan, and Korea. In East Asia, the objects or items that are usually put into paintings are called subjects, themes or motifs. Maybe about animals, people, landscapes, and anything about the environment. To start with, did you know that painting started from prehistoric man? He used red ochre and black pigment. Early paintings often showed hunting scenes of man chasing various animals, such as horses, rhinoceros, lions, buffaloes, mammoths. These prehistoric paintings were drawn on the walls of caves, blocks of stone, etc., and found all over the world, including China. The history of Eastern painting is as old as the civilization of China. It is historically comparable to Western painting. Eastern countries continued to influence each other's production of arts over the centuries. What other important information do you need to remember in East Asian arts? In China, the painting subjects or themes are flowers and birds, landscapes, palaces and temples, human figures, animals, bamboos, and stones. Japan painting subjects or themes are 1. Scenes from everyday life. 2. Narrative scenes crowded with figures and details. North and South painting subjects or themes are subjects are divided into 5 categories. 1. Landscape paintings. 2. Minhui, the traditional folk painting. 3. 4. Gracious plants, plum blossoms, orchids or wild orchids, chrysanthemums. 4. Bamboo. 5. Portraits. Important aspects in East Asian painting. Landscape painting was regarded as the highest form of Chinese painting. They also consider the 3 concepts of their arts: nature, heaven, and humankind, yin-yang. Chinese society, basically agricultural, has always laid great stress on understanding the pattern of nature and living in accordance with it. Oriental artists often created landscapes rather than paintings with the human figure as subjects. Silk was often used as the medium to paint upon, but it was quite expensive. When the Han court eunuch, Cai Lun, invented the paper in the 1st century AD, it provided not only a cheap and widespread medium for writing, but painting became more economical. The ideologies of Confucianism, Daoism, and Buddhism played important roles in East Asian art. Chinese art expresses the human understanding of the relationship between nature and human. This is evident in the form of painting of landscapes, bamboo, birds, and flowers, etc. This might be called the metaphysical, Daoist aspect of Chinese painting. To make your painting interesting and realistic, apply these 6 principles of Chinese painting established by Xie He, a writer, art historian, and critic in 5th century China. 1. Observe rhythm and movements. 2. Leave spaces for the eyes to rest. 3. Use brush in calligraphy. 4. Use colors correctly. 5. Live up to tradition by copying the master's artwork. 6. Copy the correct proportion of the objects in nature. The history of Korean painting dates to 108 CE, when it first appears as an independent form. It is said that until the Joseon dynasty the primary influence of Korean paintings were Chinese paintings. However, Korean paintings have subjects such as landscapes, facial features, Buddhist topics, and an emphasis on celestial observation in keeping with the rapid development of Korean astronomy. Mountain and water are important features in Korean landscape painting because it is a site for building temples and buildings. Landscape painting represents both a portrayal of nature itself and a codified illustration of the human view of nature and the world. Thank you for watching.